We're going to start first with the official Calimacil The Witcher 3 replicas, the hunting knife from The Witcher, compared to this no-name product that slightly, a lotly look like with daggers. And what's the big difference? So when you do an actual LARP weapons that really or whole purpose, and also why it's more expensive than just a foam prop that you can find on Halloween store or anything else, is the quality of the material. Our first goal is not to make it the cheapest possible. Our first goal was to make it, for in case of a replica, the most accurate, but also the safest possible. Because no brand ever want to be associated with something that will hurt their customer base that could have big repercussion. We've been doing LARP replica for the past 20 years. So it's 20 years of dedication and improvement in finding the right foam that's going to be the most durable, that's going to be the safest, that's going to be able to withstand years of usage, and also that's not going to hurt, and that's going to be by your side all at times. A lot of you guys also compare our foam replicas with metal replicas. Some of you guys prefer better metal props, but it's for a complete different usage. Obviously, you can have an official replica in metal and only leave it on your wall. Well, what we aim for mostly the replicas, so the one that we do branded with different video games and books and different brands, it's pretty enough so you can leave it on your walls, but it's also safe enough so you can take it and literally play with it, fight with it for years. We have LARPers that come back after 8-10 years and show us the weapons they've been using still working. You're not going to see that with this. A Cali weapons is composed of a core, the Calimacil foam, that's proprietary to us that we developed the last 20 years with our close collaborator, and special tips that prevent it from puncturing through the foam and hurting. It's also preventing it from damaging. So I can, in fighting situation, fight an opponent like that. And mind, it's a dagger that I've had for already 4 years. It's not even new, it's my personal Witcher dagger that I'm gladly using right now to showcase the durability of those. And obviously slashing, even if you get some metal sharp edge, it can damage it. But the core is flexible, the tips is not likely to break. Now if we do it with this one, that's going to be a whole other result. And mine, obviously, those first intended is for cosplay only and not fighting. They still can end up being used, because if you see on Amazon, it's like cheap LARP weapons, and you don't know yet, it's your first LARP, you're not sure if you're going to like it, it can be appealing. Let's see the difference. First, I can see that there's not really a core to this. It's too flexible to have a core, and there's literally no flexibility from the tips, which is hugely dangerous if you get someone in the eyes or you stab by mistakes. So we're going to see now how our dummy can survive this, or if the dagger survived this. So if I would just see it first, yeah, can you imagine being someone's chest? A lot of LARPs don't use thrusting as a mechanic, but it can even be by mistakes. But even if good thing I'm hitting a metal armor and not someone, because that's just hard plastic. I know, with the low amount of hit that I've did, we're starting to rip the tips already. Oh, and there is a core. So it's a flexible core. Whoops. From the sound of it, this seems to have fiberglass. Yep, there is fiberglass. So there is a core that goes all the way to the tips from what we can see. So let's see. We can see here that there is indeed a fiberglass core. What scared me the most in this is the tip over here. As we can see that after a few hits, really starting showing, and there's something really hard right by it. And the foam, when you start breaking it a bit, it continue, and then you can destroy the whole thing. But right here, it's really hard, and I can see actually fiberglass on the tip. So the core goes up to the exact tip and you're hitting someone with complete fiberglass. And for this one, obviously if I wanted, I could break it. But see, even if I try hard, it doesn't want to break. And the tip, we hit it already multiple times. We can see that it's still standing down. It's still working, it's still usable, and it already have 4 years of usage, and it's still working. The worst part, beside being counterfeit weapon, is really the fact that it's unsafe by a lot. It could be mistaken for a Cali weapon, so some LARP might think it's the Witcher dagger, but when you hit someone, even if you don't trust with it, if I hit someone and I poke him in the eye, you're gonna just break his eyes.